taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. Shotgun knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends. They can watch it go down. I got mine too. So welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. We are here for the Miller Family Trucking Esports League. It's the one and only race this season of the NASCAR not Xfinity Monster Series. I don't know. Brett Wheeler, you're smart here. What is it?
NASCAR Cup Cars, buddy. That's what I'm going with.
That's what I'm going with there. So qualifying has already commenced, and Bill Miller sets quick time here. Jay Place, Jordan Gage, Donnie Fair, and Donnie Batiste are top 5. Duvall, Simmons, Smith, Collins, and Turbeville are your top 10. Here we go. Heat race number 1. Looks like 2 heat races for tonight. Starting on the pole, Mid-South, Dirt Slingers, 34. It's Bill Miller to the outside, the 10 of Jordan Gage.
And Donnie Batiste in the Native Pride Racing. Number 7 will start position number 3. And Justin Simmons lines up from position number 4.
Starting in 5th, it'll be Dalton Collins in the 95, outside the 12 of Kate Lowdy. And rounding out the field, it is Chase Hardy.
All right, Alex, Cup Cars, something different. Normally we see the modifieds, whether it's Big Block modifieds or the UMP modifieds, but now, well, we come to Bristol and dirt, and the Cup Cars make their first stop here with the World of Thunder Esports League.
And we throw a little curveball here because you have a bunch of dirt guys here. Okay, there's dirt on the track, but these Cup Cars are completely different than the 360 you'll see later tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte and the Pro Late models, which will also be at dirt track at Charlotte. So Cup Cars are a bit different.
They are. Look, I haven't had much experience with the Cup Cars on Bristol on dirt. In fact, I think the last time I raced was nearly about 3 weeks ago. So it'll be interesting to say the least and see how these guys to adapt. And, well, again, tonight, fixed setup racing. But Alex, heat number 1, we're not too far away.
Pink truck is off. Green flag is out. Now let's,
I think you've got a bit of a phone call, mate. So I'll take the lead down into turn 1 and 2. We got contact. A number of cars, Batiste and the 5 of Jordan Gage it was, who come together now. Dalton Collins in the 95. Gets a little shunt from behind by Chase Hardy. Oh, these drivers are really out of their element, Alex.
Oh, you see it here. It's going to take a while for these drivers to get used to these cars. But you know who's not out of their element, and he's showing some speed, and it's really impressive tonight? Bill Miller and Donnie Batiste, 2 guys who have made some features in the past. But talk about this. They're running 1 and 2 here in heat race number 1.
Yeah, Bill Miller, Donnie Batiste, they open up a good advantage over Jordan Gage. You now find yourself under pressure from Dalton Collins down through turn number 1 and 2. We are on lap number 3 of 8, so 5 laps remaining. This time by out of turn number 4. Bill Miller, still your race leader. These drivers are starting to spread themselves out, so it almost might feel like a hot lap session, but we are in fact racing in heat race number 1.
But again, you say they're spreading out themselves here. It might be a hot lap session. Everyone does make it. It just depends on where you start right now. For some of those guys in the back, like Chase Hardy, Justin Simmons, Kate Lowdy, if they're not close to each other here, this might be one of those. Just get some more laps under your belt before the warm-up session, and then you can get ready for that feature event. But Bill Miller, Donnie Batiste, those two said they want to start on the front 2 rows, and, well, sitting 1 and 2. It looks like these guys got some practice in this week for these cars.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can chat to Bill after this heat race win if he goes on to win, in these next 3 laps, and maybe you can ask him that question because he really looks really comfortable out in front. Probably looks the most comfortable out of the 7 drivers here in heat race number 1. And again, the finish of this lineup, Alex, will actually line up the inside row. Now we're starting to see Jordan Gage close in here on Donnie Batiste.
Jordan Gage in the 5 machine there, catching up to the 7 of Donnie Batiste. So you see a lot of these drivers. This is the only one here, so who knows? If these guys never had these cars, you see a lot of plain iRacing paint schemes or some custom paints from some of the common NASCAR drivers here. But white flag in the air, and Bill Miller, he's running away with this one.
Yeah, he is led from the drop of the green flag here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. The dirt side of things here at turn number 3 and 4. Heat number 1 is going to go to Bill Miller. He'll get the job done. Second will be Donnie Batiste at the line, followed by Jordan Gage. And third, good battle on for 4th and 5th as Kate Lowdy gets by Dalton Collins. Chase Hardy home in position at number 6, followed by Justin Simmons going to round out the field. Alex, I got to say, for these drivers that may not have experienced or may not have raced these cars, they've done a pretty good job in heat number 1.
Heat number 1 was a very impressive heat race there. Bill Miller with the win. Donnie Batiste, Jordan Gage, Kate Lowdy, Dalton Collins, Chase Hardy, and Justin Simons is, again, your top 7, and here he is. He won a heat race. First time we get to talk to him this season. It's in a cup car, none the least. Bill Miller, talk about running away with that heat race number 1.
Pure luck. Pure luck, Alex. But it was fun.
But now we had a conversation. Did you have some practice through the week here to get ready for these, or was it one of those, we're going to throw the haymakers and we're just going to go full bore?
Yep, that's it. No practice whatsoever. Just got home from a basketball tournament for my daughter about 15 minutes before the races started, and here we are.
Did they win?
It was a rough weekend, but they ended on a high note, yes.
Okay, more importantly, did they have fun?
Absolutely they did.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
what it's all about.
That's exactly right. Bill, we'll let you get out of here. Good luck in the main event.
Thanks, fellas. Have a good night.
Here we go. Heat race number 2 already on the track, getting their pace laps in and on the pole. VLR 16. Jay placed to the outside. Donnie Fair in the 00.
BJ Duval for Team Outlaw Motorsports. The 32 entry will start position at number 3, and Bowen Smith driving the 11 will start from position at number 4.
Even Turbeville for Vanderpool Racing will start on the inside of row number 3 to the outside. It's Garrett Adams and James Grayson, the 269 for Blue Groove Motorsports. Rounds out your 7-car field. And talk about that for a second. Bill Miller gets home 15 minutes before showtime. Pulls in here to Bristol Dirt. Gets out the cup car. That's quick time. Wins heat race number 1. And now he's on the pole for your feature event.
Didn't just win it, Alex. He dominated that one. That was like I said, he looked the most comfortable. It almost looks like he'd actually driven these cars before, but as he said, he's had no practice. He just comes home 15 minutes before, gets in, goes out there, and just annihilates everybody.
Well, we got to greet all the people who are coming in now. Thank you again for tuning in. This is the Miller Family Trucking Cup Cars for the first and only time this season here at Bristol Motor Speedway. It's dirt track racing, though, here on UltimateDirtTV and Brett Wheeler. Everyone gets to tune in for some great action because the Cup Cars in itself at COTA are in a red flag because of rain, but there's no rain here. We're just green.
Yeah, the only rain we're going to get is maybe a virtual rain, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Bowen Smith, he had some dramas. Oh, look out. We got Stephen Turbeville now going to move into position at number 3. Donnie Fair slips back to position 4. Just a mistake there. Alex, I've noticed these cars, they carry a whole lot of speed into the turns.
Very impressive here. If you had to think, though, what car would this mostly compare to when you look at it here, you have more experience racing dirt cars, especially over the past few months, over me. So what do you compare these Cup cars to just by looking at them?
I want to say in the middle between a Pro and Super late model. That's sort of the only... Maybe a UMP modified. Like, I've never driven these cars on this racetrack. I've driven the truck, the Nascar trucks, around Bristol Dirt, but that's about all. But yeah, just looking at the way they carry their speed down the straights down into the turn, it's almost like, the straighter you are, the faster you're going to be.
Well, yeah, as you see here now, battle for the 3rd spot between Turbeville and Fair. Donnie Fair to the inside, Turbeville on the bottom side, slide job. Oh my God, I never thought I'd say a slide job by a Cup car.
Well, yeah. Well, there's a first time for everything. This is why we bring... Oh, look out, Turbeville. Well, talk about 4K. He's looped it in 4K in turns 3 and 4, and we are yellow, Alex.
Caution flag is out, and there you see Jay Place was out on a Sunday walk, pretty much. But here it is, a slide job by Fair. He gets there, but here comes Turbeville. Tried to sneak to the inside. No. Yep, here it is. Tried to sneak to the inside, gets in the slick, and oh boy.
You want to take this one step further?
I'm intrigued here, Mr. Wheeler.
Mm-hmm. Let's go in race reporting. Turbo, what happened, buddy?
I was trying to do a slide move back when I let off and fucking pushed like a bitch.
You know, we are still live on air, buddy. We know you're... what do these cars like to drive?
And honestly, to keep it where it's at, I got to hold it to the floor. If I do any lifting, it just shoots up to that.
What other car would you compare the NASCAR Cup cars to like another dirt car?
For it to push the way it does, maybe in real life, letting off the way letting off the way you're doing on here and it pushes like that, you're late. Because if you let off too quick in a real late model, sometimes it'll just take you straight to the wall, just like what this is doing.
Paddy, look, we know you're getting ready to go back green, so we'll wish you the best of luck, and we'll see you later on in the main event.
All right.
There we go. Look at that, Alex. We can take it one step further. We go in race reporting now. How good is it that the drivers allow us to just to tune into the radio system?
Oh, it's great. But one thing to note. I love this track. It's one of the greatest things you could ever see at this track. You put a dirt car on the dirt track at Bristol. It's still a NASCAR track. You pull in any dirt car into the pit road to get a repair, if you do not uncheck it, you can go in for a pit stop. It's one of the greatest things to see, especially for those fans who wanted always to see, tire wear and flat tires in dirt track racing. Well, now here you don't even need to see a flat tire, but somebody will change a tire once or twice. Yeah, we actually, when Bristol first came out, there was probably a handful. There was a hosted server put up. We actually did a 100-lap UMP modified race to where we actually had to come in and actually refuel the cars. It was actually probably the most funnest race that I've had in a long time. So, with the Bristol dirt side of things, being able to go in there and actually refuel at this racetrack, it allows for those 100-lap races. Oh, yeah. This is one of those interesting tracks that they brought out. We'll have to see what iRacing can do to top it, though, with this new season build in a few weeks. But green flag back out here for heat race number 2. Jay Place, BJ Duval 1 and 2. Can BJ Duval in that 32, can he come out with a heat race win? Oh, we'll have to find out. He's trying to put the pressure on Jay Place, but Jay Place is out of it. How about James Grace? Started dead last, position at number 7, and he's moved his way to position number 3. Donny Fair now starting to get a run back into turn number 1 and 2. He'll go right up in the marbles upstairs, and Donny Fair around the outside. I think Donny Fair's just shown the line. He's found it right now in heat 2, Alex. Donny Fair has now opened the eyes. James Graves still trying to stick to the inside there. And with these Cup cars, there's multiple lines here that are racy right now, but Donny Fair on the top side gets into the 3rd spot. Now he's going to try and get it up to BJ Duval. Duval hits the wall here. You see now there's a battle between Grace and Smith there for your 4th spot. Again, this is just for starting spots, but heat race number 2 goes to 16, Jay Place. BJ Duval holds on to 2nd. Donny Fair in 3rd. Balance Smith. Looks like he's going to edge out James Grace for that 4th spot. Yeah, well done to Jay Place. And just think, Alex, we only had 3 green flag laps just there after that yellow flag had come out. And the gap between Jay Place and BJ Duval, I think, was close to about 2 seconds. We're just waiting on the session to roll over here on the timing and scoring screen. Of course, no other heats, no other preliminary mains required. So heat number 2 results popping up on your screen in 3 laps. Alex, he opened up a 1.97 margin. And I gotta say, Bill Miller up against Jay Place. It's going to be one to watch. And speaking of Jay Place, he's joined us here in the booth. Jay, congratulations on heat race number 2. I mean, you looked right at home here on these Cup cars.
Yeah, I just saw this in the league session. I decided why not. It seemed like it would be fun, and it is. I ain't never raced these cars here yet, but it is a blast. It's definitely being consistent with the throttle and using a lot of throttle control. You got to know when to use more to turn the car and when to back off so you don't loop it. So it's a really fun racetrack, especially with these cars. Like I said, it's like they just float on the track. I think it's going to be a great race between me and Bill. We looked really close in heat races time-wise. And, yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fun one.
Given that we've had a number of updates and some big updates on the dirt side of things over the past couple of months, when you're driving a Cup car around dirt, what other car would you compare it to? That you can sort of take a little bit of a driving style from.
I would definitely have to compare it to the Dirt Super Late model. I know with our setups it's just like this car. We drive really tight, so you got to know when to use that throttle to set the car in the corner and when to lay off of it. And I think we might have an advantage on Bill there, but who knows? We'll see tonight.
All right, well, look, we'll let you get out on the racetrack. There's about a minute left in the warm-up session, so best of luck, Jay, in the feature event, and hopefully we'll get to chat to you later on tonight.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there we go. Alex, Jay Place. Well, spoke about it. Bill Miller and Jay Place, as Jay just said, very close on times during those heat races. What do you think is going to be the key? There's no point going into a warm-up session. We're only 30 seconds away, so might as well just keep the ball rolling.
This is going to be an interesting feature. 40 laps the distance, Cup cars. The fuel-wise, they should last. But now the real question is for anyone, if Race Control and Steve McMillan and them up there, if they allowed tire sets, does a caution come in with caution laps not counting? Does it come into play of do you try and have better tires?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe we can try and tap into Race Control. Well, tell you what, we'll leave Race Control alone for the moment because Alex, the checkered flag is out on the warm-up session, which means that we are about to go 40 laps here in about 2 minutes time for the Miller Family Trucking and World of Thunder Esports League NASCAR Cups cars. The only time you'll see the NASCAR on the dirt side of things here in season, what are we, season 13, Alex?
14, I want to say. 14,
wow, that many seasons.
Let me double check here. Season 13, you were right, yeah. Season 13.
Damn, season 13, that's a lot of seasons, Alex, but I'll tell you what, we've got 14 cars on the racetrack. Let's go through your starting grid.
Starting row number 7, Garrett Adams in the 13. To the inside, it's the 4 of Justin Simmons.
Vanderpool Racing, Stephen Tuberville will line up at a position number 12 on his inside, driving the 099. It'll be Chase Hardy, position at number 11.
Row number 5, 2690, so fine, it's James Grace. To the inside, the 95, it's Dalton Collins.
Row 4 on the outside, at a position at number 8, it's Bowen Smith. On his inside, Cade Lowdy will drive from position at number 7.
Johnny Fair will start in the 6th spot here, and to the inside, the 10 machine, it's Jordan Gage.
Outside row number 2 in the Team Outlaw Motorsports 32B machine, that is BJ Duval, starts position at number 4. On the inside, at a position number 3 for Native Pride Racing, driving car number 7, it's Donnie Batiste.
Or front row, the 16 of Jay Place will start to the outside. To the inside, Miller Family Trucking, number 34. It is none other than Bill Miller and Brett Wheeler. There's one thing we have to talk about. You look at this field, there's a chance, and by chance I mean there's about a 95% chance, we have a first-time ever career winner in Miller Family Trucking Esports League and World of Thunder League history here, because almost all 14 cars have never locked in a win. So we might be looking at some more history yet tonight.
Well, it's a night to write in the history books, that's for sure. Alex, quickly, who's your pick, Bill Miller or Jay Place? Because I get the feeling you're not going past any one of these two drivers.
34, Bill Miller.
Oh, well, you leave me no choice. I'll take the guy on the outside of the front row. Alex, you're the World of Thunder official announcer. It's time to lead us to the green.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down, because it's time to throw down here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Green flag is out, and the 34 machine of Bill Miller going to lead us into turn 1 and 2. He gets a good jump on the 20 machine, slides up now, and at low trouble already in the back. Caution flag out early on, feature action.
Oh, poor old Jordan Gage is the man that had some dramas, and this is the reason why the yellow flag is out. As we take a look at UltimateDirtTV instant replay. So it's one of these 5 cars, I believe, and oh wow, the 7 machine of Donnie Batiste that was. So unlucky there, as well, I believe these drivers, if we're going off past races here in World of Thunder season, these drivers will have a quick repair. So see a couple of those drivers actually getting through that. Chase Hardy and I believe Dalton Collins as well actually got through that. Tell you what, let's tap into some of the radio systems once again. Let's chat to the driver that currently sits in about 3rd spot as he just waits his turn. As BJ Duval, you've taken the race control helmet off tonight. You put the virtual helmet on. You come out here, and how are you finding it so far?
I absolutely love the stock cars out here on dirt since iRacing introduced the new tire model to them for the dirt side. I absolutely love it. So whenever I saw we only had 11 cars, at first the option was given to me to hop out here on track. So I took it, and I'm having a blast out here.
What is your game plan for 40 laps? Because I mean, essentially it's a long race, but yeah, these laps are going to tick off very quickly if we get those green flag laps.
Stay calm, cool, collected, and don't make any mistakes. As long as I stay where I'm at right now, I'll be happy. But if I can avoid making any mistakes and let the two of them in front of me race it out, and maybe they'll make a mistake, and I'll see if I can take advantage of it.
Alex, you got anything for BJ Duval here?
Don't blow it.
Usually do.
Exactly.
Can't say that to Matt Bailey. Anyhow, BJ, we'll let you get back to. We're gonna tap out of his race controls radio system.
Boy.
Oh boy, it's never too early to make a joke at Matt Bailey. We love him to death here on Ultimate Dirt TV, and well, Alex, the lights are out on the virtual iRacing pace track here at virtual Bristol Motor Speedway, right here on Ultimate Dirt TV on Facebook and YouTube. And well, we're going single file restart.
One thing to note, I can talk about Cup cars because we are here and we are running Cup cars. So, for anyone who was actually wondering, Cup cars at COTA canceled, called the race with what, 13 laps to go? 14 laps to go. Chase Elliott is your winner. Hendrick Motorsports go back-to-back. After, well, top 4 being Hendrick cars last week, Chase Elliott wins another road course race. No surprise there. But here we go. Green flag back out here at Bristol.
Oh, sorry, I was tuned out. You were talking about Cup cars in the real world, and that nearly put me to sleep as we go back to green. 5 laps in the books, 35 remaining. Bill Miller leads from Jay Place. Here comes Jay Place to the inside. Side-by-side battle on for the race lead. This is what you pay your lunch money for, folks.
See, here we go, side by side. Now Play's going to slide up. More contact between the two of them. Now Duval gets into the mix there. Miller goes right to the inside, so it looks like that little bump from Duval helped Miller keep some speed. Now the 34 goes to the bottom. He hit something there. It might have been one of those dirtles, as now hit cost him a few spots, because there goes Duval, there goes Fair, and now Miller back into the 4th spot.
Oh, look, man, these guys are really getting it sideways right in the entry into turns 1 and turn 3. Dalton Collins now the 95 machine. He's moved up 5 positions, looks for the slide job, stays mid-track, and now comes back down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's just loses a little bit of speed there as he got into the center of the turn. Duval up into 2nd position, Fair in 3rd. Look out, here comes Cade Lady, but look at Bill Miller back to the inside on Donny Fair. This is your battle for positions number 3 and 4. Now we complete lap number 5 of 40.
34 machine of Bill Miller gets back into the 3rd spot here, and you see this track is really racy here tonight, as Miller's been running the bottom side ever since he lost the lead there, and he went back, and look at the run he got on the bottom side. So the top side and bottom side is working. You have Duval, you have Fair there in front and behind him on the top side. Miller right now, though, he's found something in that 34 on the bottom side.
Yeah, maybe found it a little too early, I might say, as Donny Fair gets into the wall there. Now Bill Miller coming after Duval for position number 2. You're looking at about 3/10 of a second gap right now between BJ Duval right on the top side. There you see the 20 machine on the race car, but Scortis is number 16 machine. That is Jay Place, your race leader. He holds a 3/4 of a second lead over BJ Duval. So Alex, your top 3 right now, there's only about a second separating them. And right now, as Bill Miller continues to work the bottom side, you've got to wonder, is Jay Place, does he have a spotter? Is he looking at his relative? Is he looking in his virtual mirror to see what is going on behind? Or does he focus on what is happening out in front?
He's right now confident running his line. You see Miller. Again, we talk about it. Ooh, caution flag. So we're going to add some early drama here into your feature event. Second caution of your feature here. And now, if you're BJ Duval, what are you thinking going into your mind with Bill Miller right there? But here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And it's the battle of the 5s there. I think one of those is Jordan Gage in the mix there. Yep. Oh, boy.
Ouch. Chase Hardy gets a piece of it as well. It's just, I mean, I can't imagine, Alex, what it must be like to drive these Cup cars on the dirt side of things. But again, we take a look at this Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay, and it just seems that you get below the slick on the entry into the turn, and it shoots your car up right to the concrete, and the guys on the top side have nowhere to go.
You know, everyone talked about the dirtles here, but no one ever talks about that outside wall being very costly. Remember, I went down a few months ago when the late models were there, the World of Outlaw late models, and practice night, Ricky Thornton Jr. was one of them, and another local guy who got an invite out. Both of them had some severe damage, and it wasn't from a dirtle. It was from that outside wall. So that outside wall does a significant amount of damage here, and if you do not have the repairs, you're going to be sitting in pit road for a very long time trying to get those fixed.
Well, we know Chase Hardy had some dramas. He was involved in that one. And speaking of Chase Hardy, if you take a close look at that car, he was one of the drivers. And I spoke about it earlier, Alex, that these drivers have the option of one quick repair. He's used that quick repair, so now for the next 31 laps, he's got to keep that nose clean if he wants to have a chance at trying to come through this field.
Another thing now, don't know about him, but if you see like BJ Duvall, we got to tap in his radio a little earlier. If he gets into some issues, we'll have to see. Does he go for tires? That is going to be the biggest question I have for any of these drivers all night. Will they go for tires? You know, if this goes into a longer race, fresh tires on dirt, it might even make sense.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do you want to tap into his? Do you want to tap into his radio and ask him?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, here we go. I'll let you tap into his radio, Alex.
BJ Duvall, a question for you while you're in here getting ready for the restart. If it comes down to a longer running race with some more cautions, do you risk the spots and go for tires and have fresh tires on this track?
Honestly, not a chance. If I was going to risk positions, I would have gone in this caution for a quick repair. I've got a lot of front-end damage, but the car still feels competitive. As far as tires go, the more worn they get, the more comfortable I feel, the more it feels like a normal dirt car. So I'm going to stick with everything I've got on it.
There's an answer, Brett Wheeler. We got that answer from the B32 of BJ Duvall. And again, he's one of the only guys. So wait, before I even say it, I remember now. You and BJ Duvall have run some cup cars. I was about to say he's one of the only ones that has a painted cup car. But I remember a few months back, you were streaming on UltimateDirtTV, I think. And it was you and BJ Duvall running Daytona Week back in March.
Oh, look, you put us on a super speedway, and you'll generally catch me there. But yeah, it's look, I love those big super speedways. They're easy to drive. It's a lot easier for me. As we go back green, we start lap number 10. At the end of this one, Alex, we're going to be 25 or a quarter of the race complete. And look at Bill Miller already. He snuck back up into second, and he's done it by running the bottom side. So this could be a very, very competitive race as Miller now looks to the inside on J-Place.
You see the 34 of Bill Miller, still the only guy on the bottom side now. He's got to watch himself, though, because 1 and 2, that bottom entry is real slick. That we saw in the last caution there. It shot somebody up into the top wall that hit Jordan Gage there. So everyone has to be a little careful there now. BJ Duvall had slowed down. Now Donnie Fier got some contact. Here comes Kate Lowdy. Here comes James Grace. BJ Duvall drops all the way back to 6th. He goes to the top side here. We see a lot of cars still going middle side and top, but not many on the bottom side. You see Jordan Gage being one of the only guys on the bottom side there. Kate Lowdy, BJ Duvall, everyone's still in the mix. They're going to go take it 3 wide.
Man, look at the front end of Jordan Gage in the 5 machine. That's the 5 on the bottom side, just as he got tight. He's missing a front bumper, and he's still been very, very competitive. Now you see Bowen Smith get by James Grace, Lowdy, Duval. They'll go side by side. Slide job coming out from Duval. Alex, I think I might have figured the line out by watching this. Ready? I'm going to say bottom 1 and 2 and top 3 and 4, because you just take a look at Bill Miller. There's a slide job by Lowdy on Duval. As again, look at this 5-car pack right now. But yeah, Bill Miller looks very, very competitive 1 and 2 on the bottom. He's just lacking it in 3 and 4.
That might be it. Words from a true dirt racer. That's Brett Wheeler.
Oh, there goes. Wow, geez, Lowdy really using up BJ Duvall. Everybody, they're really starting to beat and bang on each other right now. And, well, the way that these guys are hitting on each other, here I must be thinking it's either a singles night at down at the club or the pub, or whether we're going back to Valentine's Day.
But man, oh man, here we go. You see this battle throughout the top 10 there. You have Duval, you have Gage, you have Lowdy, all battling it out there. You have Collins, Hardy in the top 10 as well. And again, a little bit of beating and banging never hurt someone. A great NASCAR legend and Dale Earnhardt said it first. Robin's racing. And they're showing it here tonight that just because you rub a little bit, you can still keep it clean and you can still keep it green. But you see this battle for the lead, the 34 machine. He's going to go and slide. Job, Bill Miller. Jay Place going at it here now. Place goes to the inside. The 20 machine of Place. The 34 of Miller going at it here now. Returns the favor. Goes the 20 machine of Jay Place.
Now there you see Place staying down, sticking down into the moisture on the exit of turn number 2. Loses a bit of speed. I think he just must have went down a little too far on the bottom of 1 and 2. Jay Place goes back to the top side. So a nice little battle once again between Jay Place and Bill Miller. Jay Place just gets clear of him once again by about 2 car lengths down out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. How about Bowen Smith up into position number 3? Donnie Fair back to 4th. James Grace is going to round out your top 5.
And Jay Place, I think, being one of the only guys in this field, I think he's locked up a win in the history of Miller Family Trucking and World of Thunder. But Bill Miller, Bowen Smith, 2 guys who've not locked in a win yet in their career. They're sitting 2 and 3. Donnie Fair, James Grace. Remember, Grace's run in the 410s a few seasons ago. He won the points championship, never won a race there. So I think Grace is still looking for his first career win as well.
Well, we are officially halfway home, Alex. 20 down and 20 to run. It is the VLR driver of Jay Place, your race leader, followed by Bill Miller. Miller, once again, he's persisting on that bottom side. He does not want to give it up, but man, I tell you what, if he has to, he'll go back upstairs. Alex, for what we see, 14 cars signed in. We've got 12 cars on the racetrack. We've got a pretty slick racetrack at the moment.
Pretty slick indeed, and it's one of those we've never seen what Cup cars can do on a slick surface here, so we'll see, because remember when they actually went to Bristol, they had to water the track down, so they gave it a caution, watered it down. Here there's no caution, there's no water in this track down. You're going to drive till the end on what this surface is, and right here you see James Grace holds the 4th spot, trying to get by Bowen Smith. Bowen Smith in the 5 machine. You know what? I forgot to bust jokes early on. It's the first time I get to talk to you in a while and call a race. Bowen Smith being the lone survivor of the porch sitters in Pennsylvania here in this race, and he's sitting 3rd.
It's funny you talk about porch sitters, Alex. A photo that was put up by World of Thunder Esports League, you being the official announcer. I noticed you're on your porch. Yeah, that's a no comment from Alex Robinson.
I got nothing.
Yeah,
I got nothing.
Yeah, hey, you wanted to bring it up, Alex.
I wasn't sitting though, so that's the half decent thing. I wasn't sitting, I was just standing.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always said you don't get off your porch. You were still on your porch. Yellow is out.
I don't know what you're talking about. The World of Outlaws have loved, apparently, they love visiting the porch sitters because we've had them 2 weeks in a row now here in Pennsylvania. Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. No, we said to him, don't blow it, and what does a 32 do? BJ Duvall, oh boy, he blew it. He blew it indeed, so now, does he go and get the quick repair? It looked like he was pulling the pit, so he might go ahead and get it. But Brett Wheeler, while we have some time, they came into the porch sitter state of PA, went to Lincoln Speedway on a Wednesday, the Grove Friday and Saturday. That was the Sprint Cars. The World of Outlaw Morton Building late models were at Port Royal Friday and Saturday, and they put on a show every single race that they were in here, and the rivalry just keeps building. And now I heard a few guys are considering going to the Knoxville Nationals and bringing a fight to some of the best drivers in the country. But you see who won this
in late models or sprint cars?
In sprint cars. But did you see who won the sprint cars last night while we're talking about it?
No.
Dave Blaney won the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars last night at Sharon Speedway. It's the home. The Blaneys grew up running at Sharon Speedway, so it's a homecoming for Dave Blaney. Wins in a sprint car race against the North Energy World of Outlaws. So talk about a way to continue the legacy of Dave Blaney.
Isn't he like 600 years old, that bloke?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Surely I think he's in the high 50s, I think.
And there's race season's in full swing now. There's some drivers that I got to watch that you've got to call their races, even race against some of them, in Kenny Miller III, Logan Rumsey, Jack Schoen. I got to go and watch all those guys on a Wednesday night. They were racing as well. And I see somebody looking over in the booth. I'm scared now.
Uh-oh.
57.
He's 57?
57.
57.
Uh-huh.
All right, there you go. See? You ask a question in general, and Steve McMillan coming in with the goods. Thank you, Steve.
Welcome.
Hey, just quietly, good chat. I'll let you get out of here. Peace. Catch on the flip side. Alex, we've still got some great racing coming up. Not only in this one with 14 to go, we've got the 360 wing sprint cars at the dirt track at Charlotte, followed by the pro late models. Looking forward to both those ones.
Apparently you got an answer. I don't know. I was missing out of that loop there, so I don't know what 57 means.
Blaney. We were asking how old Dave Blaney was.
Oh, wow.
Come on, Alex. We just had this conversation like 14 and a half seconds ago.
It was about 2 minutes ago now.
Yeah, but when he came in, it was 14 seconds. That's the delay between the stream and when Steve came in.
Look, between Dave Blaney and Dale Blaney, both of them are up in ages, but both of them can still whoop up on some of the best drivers because guess what? It's the veterans. Just like your boy, Donnie Schatz. Well, he's on a cold streak, but I see something happening here in the near future. Like possibly a Knoxville National win for the 15.
Let's hope so. He's done it once or twice before. That's why he's hated. But you know, people hate winners. As we go back to green, I tell you who's not going to hate winning. Jay plays. Look at Bowen Smith moving. Bill Miller out of the way to take the bottom side of the racetrack. Bill Miller getting shuffled back to third. Here comes Jordan Gage. Look at him 2 by 2. Chase Hardy. He was a driver that was involved early on in an incident. Went and got a quick repair and now fights nearly inside the top 5 position.
Tuberville there had some problems in the back as he got shuffled all the way back. He restarted about 7th there. He has some problems. Now Chase Hardy hits the wall hard as the 099 of Chase Hardy hits the wall. There's Kate Loudy now makes a move on James Grace. So you see here a lot of movers, a lot of groovers, a lot of beating, and a lot of banging. But everything has stayed clean so far since that restart. Chase Hardy on pit road. Looks like his night will be done in the 099 machine. So Chase Hardy out of tonight's action here. Oh boy, Bill Miller, Bowen Smith. It looked like a little anything you can do, I can do just as good as Bill Miller now takes over second. Now Jordan Gage, he's waiting. Yeah, Jordan Gage waited to take exception to everything, and now he goes to the inside, and the 5 machine of Gage takes over third.
Yeah, now you've got to be careful because both cars have got the same livery, the 5 on the top side. That is, I believe, Donnie Ferris, Cade Loudy now on the inside of the 269 of James Grace. Then you go back to Donnie Fair, Cade Loudy, James Grace make contact. Grace hard into the concrete wall. Here comes Bowen Smith now. Smith and Loudy side by side give the advantage to Bowen Smith. And here comes Duval now. Back to the bottom side. Yellow is out with 8 to run.
That caution was the 269 of James Grace. I saw him hit the wall hard. We'll have to check out your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. And let's see here. If it was, indeed, it is the 269 of James Grace. Oh, boy. He's getting whipped all around there. He got caught up by the 5, the other 5. And I think that was BJ Duval who got caught up as well. So the 269 of James Grace, well, he's hurting.
Yeah, that was a hook, line, and sinker. That might have been a left hook, a right hook, and then a straight up uppercut, and he is down for the count. But thankfully, he is still rolling on all 4s, and he should be able to go in. And as long as he hasn't used his quick repair, he should be able to go into the pits, Alex. Get that quick repair out like he's done just now, driving back out onto the racetrack. And he'll have a brand new race car for the final, what will be now 9 laps, Alex.
You know what? If I was racing, which I am not racing, here's the sad thing. We can bust jokes about this because we always do. If I was racing, there's 14 cars. I'd be the 15th car in the entry list. But guess what? Steve McMillan or somebody would be like, oh, we're going to run a consolation race. Only 14 make the show. And just like normal, I'd be the odd man out.
I think you'd be the only person in that consolation race, and you'd still miss out, Alex.
It's nothing new.
We bust jokes on you, and we do it on air, but we do it because we care about you, buddy. The wheels wouldn't turn on this machine without you.
I can't race. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
If you noticed our list of announcers, me, Cherry, and Sean. I think Sean's the only one that actually races on iRacing. I don't know if Jerry does. Well, I think I have to quit my iRacing subscription because I can't drive.
I don't think Jerry's turned a lap on iRacing.
I might have to bring my simulator, my steering wheel and stuff to Jerry if I go out to Knoxville and be like, "Here, Jerry, you run a few laps. Tell me how easy it is."
I tell you what, I get the feeling, now this isn't confirmed, I get the feeling at Knoxville this year, something tells me that Tim Nichols or Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators, if he takes those simulators out there, it'll be a good chance for Jerry to get in and hop in and turn some laps.
Actually, I want to see. I don't know. I think he's come to PA a few times. I remember watching. It's weird because I remember watching you call the race when Tim Sims had the race in Pennsylvania, and we're running Williams Grove Speedway. I remember watching that. I was at a state basketball game, and I remember watching that. That was last.
It was a little over a year and a bit ago. I actually got the notification about a couple of weeks ago. It was myself and Tommy Rowe. That final day, the one that Alex Bergeron picked up the paycheck. I think we broadcasted for about 8 or 10 hours that day.
I tuned into everything, and now it just makes it funnier because tuned into 8 hours. Now I'm on air for about 6 hours a day with you guys. So, man, the tables have turned, but the green flag is out, and can the tables turn on the 20 of Jay Place? Can Bill Miller get back up to leader place? Holds on here, but oh boy, we're getting shuffled all around the track here. As you see, everyone's running a different line. You got the top, bottom, and middle side all working for these drivers, so we might have to tell Steve McMillan here, these races have been looking good. We might have to bring these in as maybe a support series as every other 2 weeks deal in the World of Thunder.
Oh, Duval getting a little sideways there in turn number 1 and 2. Batiste will now move back to his outside. Batiste back up to 7th position. The wheels are turning right now for Jay Place with 7 to go in that number 20 machine. He's looked good since the drop of the green flag. Bill Miller's looked superb as well. Jordan Gage, he's made his way up a couple of positions. The biggest mover so far, Bowen Smith in that number 5 machine. He started 8th and he's up to 4th.
You see Bowen Smith in the 4th spot again, and a lot of these guys have felt the pain of going from the front to the back to the front. BJ Duval, he is out as well, so 9 cars remain on the track as everyone's still fighting for valuable positions here. And again, bragging rights for the end of the season here of who wins the one and only Cup car race here at Bristol for the Miller Family Trucking Esports League. And it is Jay Place right now with 5 to run. Place in front. Bill Miller, Jordan Gage, Smith, and Fair. That is your top 5 you see there. Smith and Fair going at it once more as Smith in the 5 machine and Fair right behind him in the pink and white.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is a great battle on 4 positions. Number 4 and 5 is Donny Fair. The wheels are starting to come loose there on the 00 machine. James Grace now, he's back to 6 right now. Can he sneak back up inside of the top 5 after he had some dramas? 9 cars left on the racetrack. I'm going to admit, Alex, I was a little skeptical coming into Bristol. Cup cars on dirt. I was just, again, worried about how the drivers might actually react to the racetrack. But I got to say, these drivers have done a fantastic job. Now 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on screen. Bill Miller holding on here with just 2 laps left to run, this time by Jay Place, out by nearly a second.
You know, we talk about how the drivers would react. You don't see the big names of Majulis, C, Bergeron in action here tonight. After this, we might have to call out those big names and see if they can do what these guys have done tonight, because Jay Place, Bill Miller, Gage, Smith, they've all put on a show here. They've all put on their own dominant performances here tonight. All of them looking to go into the top 5. Smith looking for his first career top 5 here, but Jay Place, white flag into turn 3 and 4, the 20 machine of VLR. Jay Place going to hold on to the victory through 4. Place wins here at Bristol. Miller in the 2nd spot. Jordan Gage in 3rd. Smith and Fair round out your top 5.
Oh, there we go. How about that one? Jay Place dominating here tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway on the dirt here for race number 1 of 3. The one and only stop for the NASCAR Cup cars here in Mortal Thunder Esports League, and J Place etches his name into the history books. Alex, official results coming up on your screen as you confirm. J Place, Bill Miller, Jordan Gage, Bowen Smith, and Donnie Fair, your top 5.
James Grayson, Sick, Donnie Batiste, Steven Turbeville, Kate Lowdy, BJ Duvall will get a top 10 there. And then Chase Hardy, Dalton Collins, Justin Simmons, and Garrett Adams will round out the feature results there. So, Mr. Producer / my partner in crime, Brett Wheeler, are we going to commercial?
We sure are, buddy.
So we will be back from Victory Lane after these quick commercial messages. And we are back here at Bristol Motor Speedway with some dirt action in the Cup cars, and coming home with the win, well, it's Jay Place. And we talked about the battle that you and Bill Miller would have. It was an impressive battle. Miller came up strong on the bottom side, but you lived and died by the top side, and you parked the 20 machine in victory lane here tonight.
Yeah, at the beginning, I think when the top was dominant, I definitely had the advantage. I was able to get up on the wall a lot closer, get all that extra tacky, and get that extra inch I needed, and that's what I was able to get by Bill pretty easily there and pull away, and then he figured out the bottom, and I really didn't want to go down to the bottom. I tried it out in the warm-up for like a lap or two and looped it both times, so I was worried of going down there, but once we figured out how to roll down there and be consistent, it was just looking forward from there on out, and well, we got the win.
Now some bragging rights also in Tile here. One and only Cup race this season in season 13, and you get to park it in victory lane. So how does it feel that you get to be the one and only winner in the Cup cars?
Well, if you put it in that perspective, it's cool. This was a really fun race tonight. These cars, they're not hold it wide open, turn left. There was a lot to do with these cars to be fast and be consistent. So to be able to pull away and get the win is pretty cool, especially being the only one that's won in these things. I definitely think Bill and I would have had a lot better race at the end if he didn't get beat around like he did, and if he didn't slap the wall. I think he had some damage that might have been slowing him down, but all in all, it was a good night. Congrats to him for second, and everybody else.
Now we know you still got some great guys backing you up on any one of these dirt cars that you're in. Who do you have to thank for another great performance?
You guys for the great broadcast. Always fun to go back and watch. Steve and everybody that helped us put on World of Thunder. It's always fun to hop in here and turn laps with a lot of competition. Everybody down at teamvlog.com. Bill for running me clean. I parked on his nose once, and he forgave me, and we were able to race it out. So thanks to him for running me clean and not giving it back to me. Amsoil, Say Performance, MPI Innovations, and that's it. Hopefully we can do the same thing next time these guys run.
That is your winner, the 20 machine of Jay Place and Brett Wheeler. You're with a guy who's had a dominating performance throughout this season. He gets another podium here tonight, the 34 Bill Miller.
Yeah, standing by with runner-up here tonight, Bill. Bill, congratulations. Maybe one that got away from you there in the end.
Yeah, a little disappointed, but excited at the same time. Had a great night. I thought I was maybe going to get back by Jay there. showed him the line, and like any smart racer would do, went ahead and just took that line after I couldn't get by him.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. Right around the halfway stage, you really found your mojo on the bottom side. You passed a number of cars, getting back up into second spot. You did end up challenging Jay, but then of course the yellow comes out, kills your momentum. What could you have done differently in those last sort of 10 to 15 laps that maybe elevated you one spot higher up on this podium?
Man, Brad, I don't know what it is. Maybe searched a little sooner for a different line, but I tried running that high side earlier, and I kept getting into the wall, and I didn't like it. That was killing my momentum as well, so just felt more comfortable down there on the bottom, and once he moved down there and took my lane away, just wasn't much I could do, I guess.
For a small car count here tonight, did you expect the track to get as slick as it did? Because look at the replay of those last 5 to 10 laps. It was slick from top to bottom. There wasn't a whole lot of grip on the racetrack.
No, that was a little surprising for the car count that we had. But I like a slick track. I just haven't raced these enough to get my throttle positioning where it really needs to be to challenge Jay. I think I was probably in the throttle a little too hard at times, and that hurt me. But all in all, great night, a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, you certainly gassed it up on the racetrack, and you are a gasser. Well done on second place, Bill. But before we let you go, of course, we'll throw the mic back to you one final time. Sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes, buddy. Who gets this done for you?
We got to thank my teammates at PPR, Logan Rittenberry, Jory Gotham, Miller Family Trucking, Gage Agronomy, you guys at UDTV for putting this on the screen every week for us. A lot of fun to go back and watch. And Steven and BJ and everybody behind the scenes at World of Thunder for giving us a place to play around on Sunday. Really appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Miller home in second spot. Alex Robinson, you caught up with the third place finisher.
Coming home in third, he's had to fight his way up and back and everywhere else in between, but gets a podium here tonight. Jordan Gage. Talk about these cup cars here. We haven't got to talk to you in a while, but talk about the cup cars here tonight. Probably one of the first times you get to touch these cars on dirt, and the only time this season. How was the track and how were these cars?
Oh, these cars in this track were a blast. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Some of the racing wasn't as fun. I mean, started behind the 8-ball right away, but other than that, it was a fun night. Race with Bill for a little bit. Didn't get a race with Jay, but I mean, hopefully next time we race these, we can go and race against him.
And now through heat racing, qualifying, we did basically dirt track rules there as everything else, but with a different car. What was the car, comparison here? What did you compare this car to and any other car on the server?
I don't really know. I mean, the tire spin, there's a lot of tire spin in them, so you got to be pretty easy on the throttle. So, I don't know, I guess you could say like a super or big block or something, but yeah, there's a lot of power to put down on the ground for these things. So, I mean, just running around the track wide open, you're not going to get much accomplished.
Who do you have to thank for a great performance here tonight? We know you got a lot of great people backing you up. Who has a hand in here for a podium finish night?
My teammates over at Octane Inc., Gage Farms, Gage Agronomy, Miller Family Trucking, you and Brett at UDTV for putting, the broadcast together every Sunday night. I mean, I really appreciate that to go back and watch the races. And Steven and BJ and everyone with Miller Family Trucking Esports League for the races.
That is your third place finisher of Jordan Gage. And Brett Wheeler, before we sign off, we got to talk about this now because we've heard different comparisons here. We've heard about UMPs, we heard the Super and Pro late models, and we heard big blocks. So, when you talk about these cup cars, a mixture of a whole handful of different cars, it's going to be one of those, if we bring them back, we might have to get some of the bigger names in here and see if they can hold up to their name and to their pro rankings and see if they can hold on to a win or if one of these guys can knock them off.
I just think they're scared. I mean, at the end of the day, they're fast at what they do in speedway. But you put them in NASCAR cars or cup cars or trucks on dirt, and you generally won't see them. Again, I think it just comes back down to being scared, not trying to make an A55 of themselves. But hey, I tell you what, as we wrap things up here with the Cup cars. Just a couple of quick things. Of course, the Championship Tour this season obviously started a month ago now. We are, week 4 this is, I think?
4 or 5. Week 5.
We're halfway through the schedule roughly, but more importantly, tomorrow night, Alex, as it comes up on your screen, May 24th, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, the Miller Family Trucking, it's the road to the United We Stand American Nationals. It's the late models, and I believe they are going to the super late models. They are going to the dirt track at Charlotte. $10 entry fee, and your chance to pick up $100 cash.
And yeah, to talk about that one, I'll be on the call for that one. Can't wait. Get to stay in the dirt track at Charlotte. We'll be there for the sprint cars and the pro lates. Then we go supers tomorrow. So the dirt track at Charlotte will be busy with these races. But tomorrow night, can't wait. Super late models on tap. Those Morton Building iRacing super late models. Can't wait for that great action. Fixed setup. So it's not, you can't say, oh, it was the setup. They had a quicker setup. It's going to be, you have to bring your talent. And then the cream will rise to the top here. And it's one of those little bit of a test here for who will dominate that one. $100 on the line for that one. But World of Thunder Esports League and Miller Family Trucking Esports League would like to thank their sponsors of Miller Family Trucking. DirtFan.com. Keep a lookout on that for the next few days for your DirtFan.com driver of the week. Worldwide iRacing League Association, Extreme Savage, SRW, that's Scalf Race Wraps, ABR Setup Shop. Those 360s are up next. 127 Industries and World of Thunder Esports League here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We would like to thank all our great sponsors. Speed Shop 51, World of Thunder Esports League, SRT Australia, Heatwave Designs, FEGPC, LockedOnLads.com, and Spartan Logistics for all their great support. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be us. What about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, Brett Wheeler? 40 minutes time, we will be at the dirt track at Charlotte for your ABR Setup Shop. 360 wing sprint cars. That is, again, the dirt track at Charlotte. So for Brett Wheeler, I'm Alex Robinson, signing off from Cup Cars here at Bristol.